Good morning. Uh, what I want to talk about today is the young rapper who was just gunned down and killed in his community. And I want to address that for a reason, because so many times when we're talking about us, we're talking about how we always say, man, you got to keep it real. You should never move into these other communities or neighborhoods. Stay in your hood, because, this is what we have to do in order to build up. And I've always said this. When you're growing up in the inner city, those hoods, and you know what comes with living in those neighborhoods, and you're starting to get money, or you're starting to be recognized as someone who's getting money or becoming successful, I tell everybody, as far as me, I've always felt like you can't stay there. Some people feel different. We look at what happened to Nipsey, who did above and beyond for his community and was gunned down in his community. Now we have another rapper who's going to purchase cookies for his mom's, and he's gunned down in his community. He felt like many of us feel sometimes. I'm that guy. I don't need security. I want to keep it real and let my peers know, no matter how much money I get, I want them to always know that I still see myself as one of them. Big mistake. When you start getting that money, whether it's legit or illegal, you're never seen as one of them again. You become a target. And if you don't realize that, then you're falling asleep at the wheel. See, one of the things I've always said about life is that it's like a chess game. You have to move strategically and anticipate your opponents, as well as the same people that smile in your face moves. Because you got people that will smile in your face and put a person on you to bust your head, to rob you, kill you. And we see it over and over again. And we keep talking about how the police do us and all these other people do us, but look what we're doing to each other. Another young man gunned down, and for what? To prove that somebody's tougher than somebody else? This is why a lot of times, man, I tell people, I've always been that type of guy who stays to himself and try to stay out of people's way. Because when people get on social media sometimes and we flossing and we letting people know, how we doing and how we living, a lot of times people take offense to it, man, and they get jealous. And that's just who we are as a culture. We are people who hate one another. We hate the fact that you got more than the next person, or we hate the fact that your car's better than this person's car. We hate the fact that you got a better female than this person. You got a better house. And it's crazy that this continues to go on. And you see how certain people move. They don't live the way they used to live. They don't move the way they used to move. I wonder if Jay-Z still live in the same hood he was in when he was that young Sean Carter growing up. Can't be. Can't be. I don't care how big you are or how big you think you are. You have to think like how you thought when you were coming up in the trenches. Because there's always someone who's going to feel lucky and do stupid things. And even if it's unsuccessful, you're putting yourself in harm's way, because you might hurt somebody and then you end up in prison for defending yourself. Man, it's sad. Our culture, we continue to do stupid things to one another. And we wonder why things are the way they are for us. People, let's wake up. When is enough enough? I pray that this young man's family can somehow come to peace and have some type of closure. Because the crazy thing is, they might not never know who did this. And I can relate. My son was murdered, 219. No suspects. So we have another family now dealing with the same thing. And this guy did everything he could for people. But once again, we see that at the end of the day, we just don't get it. When I look back and I see the life I come from and where I'm at now and how I'm able to be at the age that I'm at, and it's like, wow. So surviving the game, oh, it's real. You truly have to be built for the game. And you, thinking man, you have to be a thinking man to survive in today's game. Because the youngest, they ain't playing. They not playing. This thing that we call life, oh, it's a chessboard for real. It's not checkers, it's chess. Everybody, please have a blessed day. Keep the head on a swivel. And continue to pray for the lost souls